Well,
Yeah.
that's
Don't
actually,
half-ass it.
yes, that's actually amazing advice for writing and for everything.
For
Because
everything. Yeah.
yes, sometimes even in my work, sometimes you see people complaining about Twitter is not working, this is not working, this is, yeah, but how many hours do you put on it? I mean, do you take it as something you do when you have 10 minutes left, or are you taking it as a job? And are you doing it and are you learning? So I think with writing, it's the same. If you don't take it seriously,
it's 100% the same. Yeah.
Exactly.
You've got to keep at it. 100%,
Exactly.
100%. Yeah.
And how is your process?
JFDI.
You need to, how you call it when you have the copyright or something of something in English.
Or a big sign behind me head saying JFDI.
You need it. Your mantra. Go by mantra.
My mantra. Yeah.
And how is your process to write a book? I mean, from you get the idea of something, do you just have the full idea in your mind and you just write it in a row, or do you have to go through it and you never know how it's going to end up being?
No, I always know.
You always
how
know.
my
Okay.
book's going to end. Yeah.
Okay.
I always know. Like some of the books that I write will come to me in a flash of inspiration, and this is God's honest truth. At least 3 of my novels, I have gotten the start, the middle, and the end together in literally about 15 minutes. It's just come to me. So what I do is I get on my phone and I write it down in my notes on the phone.
Okay.
Other books take a little while, and what I do, but how I always work is I always use the notes function on my phone, and I write the story how I want it to be. So I want it to start here, I want it to be here in the middle, and then I want it to end like this. So if I just show you something very, very quick.
Of course.
These are all my book ideas that I've got. I don't know if you can see.
Yes, I can see it. Yes. Yeah. Wow.
So I put all of these books, I put them all into me phone, and I use that as like almost like a 0.5 draft.
Yeah.
So it's not a first draft of the story, but it is the story. You know what I mean? So it's not the first draft of the novel, but it's the story. It's how I'm going to work it. And so I always know
How did you come up with Zola? How was the moment when that idea came into your mind? I'm so curious.
I'll tell you exactly where that was, right? Yes. It was Christmas Eve. Right. And we were in work, and we were having like a Christmas buffet in work, you know, like all the office gets together and there's a massive Christmas buffet. And about 15 different people brought cheese. So basically everybody was supposed to bring cake or supposed to bring sweets or supposed to bring sandwiches, but it's like almost everybody just brought cheese.
Why?
So we just had this massive mound of cheese in the middle of the table. And then, so this idea just came to me, and it started off as like as a funny, jokey kind of story, but tragic, but funny and jokey. And it was going to be this overweight lad who hasn't got no sort of social skills or nothing, lives with his mum. And his mum buys just like a mountain of cheese for Christmas, but she dies on Christmas Eve. And he's sort of at a loss because he's got nowhere to go. He's got no people he knows. So basically he just eats the cheese, and he eats it and he eats it and he eats it, and he starts to turn into cheese.
Yeah. Wow.
So in the end, he'd run out of cheese, and because he started to turn into cheese, he was going to eat himself. And that's how it was going to end. which still might happen. now that I've just seen your response there, that's definitely going to happen.
I need to read it. You know, when something is so terrible, you can't stop watching.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. That's what Zola is. So Zola is sort of like a derivative of that story.
Yes.
But one of the reviews I got for Zola was, and it's almost verbatim. And the girl who read it said, I couldn't believe he was going to go there with this story. And then he did. But kept on going. So yeah, so it's pretty hideous, Zola.
But that's brilliant.
Really,
that's brilliant because that's an amazing
my partner Lauren, she's usually my last proofreader.
Yes.
So she'll read the book the last time before it goes to print, and she'll find the odd error here and there, like the little like dots in the eyes and stuff like that. So
yes,
but she refused to read Craven's and Zola. she just said no. She said no.
You're not gonna ruin my love for cheese.
I could. Well, that's it. I could. Well, she's lactose intolerant, so she can't eat the cheese anyway. so that helped.
I need to read it. When we close the meeting, I'm gonna take it. I need to start it.
You're gonna get it. Okay. Well, what I want you to do is when you read it, I want you to not think any less of me when you've finished it.
I don't think. No, don't worry. I have read tones of.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, yes. There you go. It's pretty hideous, though.
Some of them were pretty terrible. Yeah. One of the worst. I mean, the best, but the worst that I remember is a book of short stories, and one of them was how one of the characters just melts his organs just drinking lemon for months. He just drinks lemon juice, and he starts melting inside, and he melts through his pores. And I still remember that. I was like, oh.
Well, that's a little bit like my next extreme horror.
Yes.
Which is called The Special Stuff. Now, what I'm a little bit worried about with this one is that it's a little bit English, it's a little bit UK, because in the UK we have kebab shops.
Okay. Here too.
Yeah, but I don't know whether they're the same as. Yeah. So you have the big kebab leg.
The thing that spins.
Yes, and it spins and it cooks and it gets shaved.
Yes. Okay. Yes, we got that.
Well, then you guys.
I love it actually.
Yeah, you guys will get this book then. So basically, these guys in the book they've been given grief to the guy who owns the kebab shop. So the kebab owner gives them the special stuff. And
if you say it like that,
stuff happens. The special stuff.
Yes. Yeah. When I read it, I will remember you. The special stuff.
I hope so. You'll remember this. The special stuff.
Special stuff.
Yeah.
We ran out of time.
Oh, you know what? This goes by so fast.
I know. When you're having fun. Well, with you, I always have fun. I mean, I didn't expect to be only 15 minutes with you. That's completely impossible. But
I can talk for England and Spain. Yeah.
We'll link everything below to your books. And I hope that you can really work on that project for your mermaid, cheerleaders. Sorry, this long.
The cheerleaders, yeah. Hey, the mermaids, you just give me an idea.
Yes. Hey. Yeah. Well, I'm happy with that. I don't know why I thought of mermaids. No, it's cheerleaders. I used to call that book Cheerleaders because
I call it Turtles.
It's easier.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for your time, David. It's always so fun to talk to you. I've been looking forward.
It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
We need to do another one, and when you have your new release too. And I'm definitely going to grab Zola. I need to read that because I love cheese. I need to read that.
You mightn't love it when you've finished it. Yeah. Well, my next book is this one, which isn't finished yet. Well, it's nearly finished, called
Glimmer,
which is a fantasy. It's a fantasy novel.
Okay, has nothing to do with horror.
Fantasy novel. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. It's more fantasy than horror. There's not really much horror in it, but it is. It's more fantasy. It's more magic and stuff like that. So.
Like kind of
That's
epic.
coming out. Yes, it's a
Yes?
3-part saga. It's all going to be out this year. So
That's awesome. You need to keep me updated on that too.
I will do, definitely, 100%.
Okay, then thank you so much, really, David.
Thank you,
I know
Ma,
it's
for having me on.
late. Yeah, and it's been a long day, I'm sure. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
ready for bed.
you're ready for bed. Okay, then I'll let you go.
Ready
I
for
just
bed.
kidnapped you for 40 minutes. I
No
said
worries.
15 and an hour went by.
Did
And
you? No way.
yes. Thank you so much and have a lovely night. And
You too as well. Yeah.
we'll keep updated. Okay?
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Cheers, Ma.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.